Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Mount Blade Warband, a Clash of Kings mod Let's Play. So in the previous episode, we took Castle Kerwin from the treacherous Boltons, and we've only got a few more castles left in the north to take, at least that are held by the Northerners themselves. We have Deepwood Motte, we have Bear Island, and then of course Winterfell itself. So I figure what we're going to do moving forward here is we're going to take the two smaller castles first and then finish with Winterfell, and that will have basically secured us the entire north. Now, I've mentioned a few times that we're having some issues with factions because of various things that have, gone on with this mod, and because of all the modifications that I've piled on top of the mod itself. The game's being a little bit buggy, and so what I'm going to do is after we take Winterfell and have basically eliminated the North as a faction, I'm going to call that the end of Season 1, and then we're going to take a little bit of a break from a Clash of Kings so that I can essentially start over and cheat back in our progress on a fresh save so that these bugs won't be an issue, and then we can recruit the Northern Lords into our party or into our faction as you normally would. We can actually have a true faction with people to fight alongside us, and then that will allow us to move forward and fight the Westerlands and the Iron Islands the way that I had initially intended, with the various Northern Lords backing us in our claim. And so I think that will definitely play out a lot better than if we tried to continue with things the way they are. Again, all the Northern Lords that we've tried to recruit are basically getting thrown into a no faction, which is like a bottomless pit. They go in there and they never come back out. So we've lost a lot already, and I don't want to just keep adding to this mess. So like I said, we're going to take a break after we've taken Winterfell, and then once I've gotten everything fixed, we'll come back and pick up from there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to head on over to Deepwood Motte, and while we're doing so, I would just like to remind you guys to hit that like button if you're enjoying this playthrough so far, and you'd of course like to see more Clash of Kings. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It's the best way to help the channel grow, and the best way to follow along with this playthrough as it continues. Okay, let's turn around because Roose Bolton is apparently right here attacking this. Also, I've been getting a lot of comments like, hey, 3.1 is coming out, 3.1 is out, when are you going to update? I'm not going to update because it would be a downgrade. Let's see, we're going to put a tax on marriage, fairs, silks. How about silks? I don't care. The nobles are outraged. So what's happening here? Apparently it started immediately. Can I not attack Mr. Bolton? Where is he? It's not... There he is. He's fighting one of the Westerlands armies. This is a bit awkward. He's stuck in the castle wall. We might be able to get it better from this side. Well, as much as it pains me to do it, we're going to aid some frays here. So, let's ride on in there. And we're going to move in to help Sir Stevron Frey. At least it's not Walder Frey. And we'll go ahead and lead our troops. So as I was saying, oh shoot, I don't have my lance. As I was saying, any version that I upgrade to would essentially be a downgrade, because I'm playing on a fully custom version of the mod that has a lot of things added to it that the mod author could not include himself without getting in a lot of trouble, such as I have resource packs from some of the other Game of Thrones mods that are on the forums or on ModDB, and he can't include those without getting in trouble with those mod authors, whereas me playing my own version, I can of course do whatever I want with it. So yeah, I have a lot of things that are very exclusive to this particular build that I have, and so I'm not going to be playing anybody else's, whether it's 3.0 or 3.1, because it's still lacking compared to this one. Alright, you guys come in? The Freys did not bring very many of their own soldiers, did they? Like, this army is almost entirely mine. At least they have some longbow. Longbow guys. Archers hang out here. Infantry charge. Pikemen charge. Cavalry charge. And I guess I will charge as well. Let's watch out for these lances. That should slow them down a bit. Ooh, who do we have here? Shoot. Not good, not good. Come on, Roose, fight me. Nah, he's gonna hide behind those infantry. Okay. Let's make sure this pack of actually no, screw that. Those are all Frey troops. I don't want to help the Freys any more than I have to. I'm gonna bail my own guys out if I can. Damn, that did not go over well. Well, it looks like Roose is a bit exposed here, so excuse me, everyone's night, trying to get through. That's what you get for getting in my way. I got one of his archers. Roose is on the ground right in front of me, but I don't know that I can get to him. Oh, somebody got him. I think. It looked like he went down. No, he's over there now. Okay, let's turn about. And move, move, move. There it is. Got him. Okay, they've got more infantry coming, so we'll need to be careful. I mean, it's already a mess, so we might as well just kind of let it run its course. Especially considering the Freys are taking the bulk of the damage here. Oh man, with my old sword that would have been a hit. No, don't take out my men-at-arms. Those guys are expensive. I'm just gonna hack my way into this crowd here. Oh, there goes my horse. He just healed too. Like, he just got rid of his lame status. Hey, come back. You know what? That's how it's gonna be. Oh, now you're gonna come back. Oh, you jerk. You hit me as I'm reloading. You know what? Fine. Oh, that didn't do a whole lot, did it? Wow. Okay. I thought I would have gotten him there. I'm going to tell everybody to charge if they haven't already. I think that just leaves the archers, really, but they're pretty far back at this point, so they're not really going to be much of a threat at that distance. Okay, run a couple more through here. There we go. Okay, we got even more troops coming. Just going for the headshot there, didn't quite get it. There's one. Hopefully we can wrap this up soon. This is not a fight I really wanted to have. I mean, I'm all for crushing Roose Bolton over and over and over, but we got stuff to do that would ultimately set him back a lot more than this will. Oh, I fell. Yeah, they have a lot of infantry, don't they? Oh, did I get the horse? I think I shot that horse in the face on accident. Okay. Let's hope this is the last batch of infantry they have. These are regular, those were veteran Pullmen, the ones that got killed there. But these are Pullmen as opposed to like pikemen, so they're lower tier. Meaning that they are getting closer to the bottom of their list. Actually, it seems like that's it. They're not getting any more reinforcements, so aside from these archers, I think it's about done. I'm never going to hit anybody from this range, but I'm never going to catch anybody at this range either, so I may as well try the rangiest weapon I have. I think they're going to escape, though. It sure looks like it. I'm fine with that. I mean, a victory is a victory, and if they have to run off and rebuild their army anyways, it's not really a problem for me. Looks like the Freys are losing a few men, which, it's fine by me. I think they're almost done. It's taking you guys so long. There it is. Okay. Alright, let's be on our way then. 3 wounds, not too bad. 11 dead for the Freys and 11 more wounded. And Roos's whole party was wiped out. There's 2 left. Dare I order them to attack without me? Okay, so that worked out. One of the few times where that worked out for me without disastrous results. Let's take this stuff. And now that Castle Cerwyn is safe from Roose Bolton again, let's go ahead and I don't need to camp. I wanted to go to the party. Let's go ahead and level up some of our basic troops. Actually, you guys need to be up a bit higher in this list. 31 of them are ready to become veteran Pullman. I'll happily take that. Let's see. Gotta be careful because I can only afford to upgrade so many. I mean, I can probably afford to upgrade them all. It's just a matter of like how much that cuts into my funds. Because every time I run out of money, I have to run back to Lorath and get some more out of either the treasury, or I guess if I could head to Bravos and get whatever we have in the bank out. Because I do have actually a pretty decent amount of money in the Iron Bank. And plus I'm earning interest on that, which is really, really nice. It's just, I try not to touch it because the longer it stays in there, the more interest I earn on it. And the more that's in there, the more interest I earn. So it makes sense to just sort of, leave it there if you can. Let's see, you need to be up with the cavalry. We'll do something like that. And looks like we have another veteran. Really, so that's the only one we've got. Every time we get some of these, they get killed. And I really want to get the elite ones because they're really, really good and pretty badass looking. They're the closest thing we will ever get to like a heavy Northern Knight. The White Harbor Knights are not that heavy. They're, I mean, standard at best. Their armor is like less than mine. I'm definitely more heavily armored than they are. But they're good. They just, I mean, they don't last very long, and especially in siege battles, they tend to get killed off pretty quickly. So I'd like to get those elite Northern Men-at-Arms. It's just, if I can't keep the veterans alive, I can't exactly do that. Let's see, Nadia leveled up. She's one of our half-maesters. So we'll continue to work on that skill tree. Continue working on intelligence, because obviously when we hit 12, she'll be able to advance these skills a bit. Since we can't do surgery, we may as well do wound treatment and first aid. And then we'll continue working on her archery skills and her one-handed skills. Alright, and then I believe Humphrey was leveled up. He is our quartermaster. So, he's more about charisma. However, he is working on his healing skills, and I should probably work on his engineering a bit as well. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. So I'm actually going to put some points into intelligence, and once we get him to intelligence 12, we'll start getting him up to charisma 12. But for now, I think we'll go intelligence because that'll give me more skill points to allocate. I will, of course, throw a point into, I think we'll go first aid and engineer. That looks good to me. A little bit of points into one-handed and then the rest into crossbows. And I think that's everybody. Alright, so from here, we're going to head on up to Deepwood Motte yet again. And hopefully this time we make it there uninterrupted. Castle Cerwyn will remain on its own without a garrison, apparently. I swear I deferred the decision on that one, so there should be like a garrison of 50 or so in it, but it's showing 0. Concerning, but I don't know what else I could really do about it. If they take it, we'll just take it right back. It's not that big a deal. It's just, I prefer to deny it to the north, especially Roose Bolton. Going into the woods alone, you suddenly feel a blade across your throat. An outlaw has ambushed you. Listening to him slobber and stammer, it's clear that the man is unstable and dangerous. You decide to hit him in the groin. Fight dirty. We get away. We didn't take any serious injuries. Okay. It's not going to allow me to recruit from here, but I did level up, so let's handle that one. It looks like we were working on our intelligence. It's been a while since I've leveled up. But since all of these are multiples of 3, with the exception of intelligence, I'm going to assume that that's the last thing we put points into. And that would not be a terrible idea, because that'll give me more skill points. However, we are capped on Weapon Master, and I think, yeah, our one-handed skill is capping itself out. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just go Intelligence 20. Then I will put my skill points into... Man, it's tough, because really anything would benefit us at this point. Training, horse archery... Going like Trainer 6 wouldn't be so bad. Although I could put points from other characters into that, because actually Trainer's a personal skill in this mod. Okay. Some mods it's personal, some it's party. So in this case, I think we are going to want to put points into that. If it was a party skill, I would just kind of spread it around the entire army. But and this one's tough because surgery wouldn't be a bad idea. Persuasion wouldn't be a bad idea. Prisoner management wouldn't hurt, but it's probably not the most pressing. Pathfinding is good, but we're already really, really fast, so I don't think that's really an issue. Looting and foraging are good, but I can put those on other characters. Athletics, shield. Shield wouldn't be a bad idea, actually. It's only at 2 right now. It would make our shield last a bit longer. And of course, we could go Power Strike and hit harder. I'm going to actually do that. I think putting people down a little bit quicker is never a bad thing. And then let's work on our crossbow skill because, you know, God knows we need it. And I'll just kind of spread the rest of those out. And I'm not even going to bother switching gear here because we're headed to a siege. So I figure, you know, I'll just have to... Really? The Dreadfort? John Umber, that bastard. We'll get him to come around eventually. We're still mulling over his offer. Okay, so Deepwood Mott. 166. We do have them outnumbered. It looks like the majority of their army is going to be archers, actually. They have... Wow, so... What is that? 74 plus another 30. So 104 of the men garrisoned here are archers. I think that means we're going to want to just rush it, basically. What I will do is I'm going to drop my valuable cavalry units to the bottom of my list. That way they do not get killed unnecessarily. Of course, we want them in any field battle that we fight, but if they're not mounted, they're not fighting at full efficiency. And so, therefore, I just don't see the point in bringing them at all. There are plenty of, you know, infantry units that fight just as good on foot as these guys do on foot. And they are a lot easier to replace. So, yeah, I mean, I think it makes plenty of sense. I've been trying to keep up with this. It's really difficult when you're going back and forth between so many different battles. You know, fighting on a pitched field and then fighting a castle and then back and forth. You know, I can't constantly switch everything. I am going to leave the mounted Sisterman Sergeants because I think they'll handle themselves pretty well in hand-to-hand combat rather than mounted combat. So let's do this. We're going to go ahead and besiege the castle. We got ladders, so this should actually go fairly well for us. So word has reached that a invading Dothraki horde has appeared close to Qohor. According to a stranger standing close by, it is the Khalasar of Kalpono who styles himself ruler of the Kavir. Noticing your look of bewilderment, the man explains that Kavir means forest in Dothraki, and that the Dothraki hordes who have made their territory south of Qohor have often claimed rulership of the plains surrounding the forest of Qohor. Okay, well, I don't really care. As long as they don't invade Lorath, I am pretty indifferent to that. And they've declared war against Qohor, as has the Westerlands and the Iron Islands. And they've also declared war against Volantis, as well as the Western. I'm not sure why those guys are all attacking it in unison. Alright, so let's go ahead and lead our soldiers in an assault. And hopefully we can wrap this up in one go. Alright, I'm going to tell the archers to set up on the high ground here and spread out a bit. Everybody else is just going to go for it, because frankly we outnumber their infantry pretty handily, so there's really no point in being fancy about this one. I think we're better off just getting in their face. That'll put their archers on the back foot and make them a lot less effective than they would be, you know, doing their normal archer thing. Oh, somebody just shot him out of the window. There we go. I'll take that one. Thank you. Come on, get in there. Don't let them keep shooting at you. You know what? I might move my archers over here. Although maybe not. Are you guys really going to get stuck over there? Hopefully they slide over when we clear this. That went right through his head. You all saw that. That clipped right through his head. Give me credit for that one, but it didn't kill him. No, that one didn't. I won't try to argue that one. Man, I wish this crossbow hit harder. This is one of the best crossbows you can get, though. And honestly, it's not very impressive. Garrett Longley with a longbow is far, far more effective. That's why I use him so often, just because it's so much easier to kill people on the walls with him. Using this crossbow, I mean, like, I'll be lucky to get half as many kills as he would. These guys are hitting me, but their arrows seem to be pretty ineffective. They're grazing me, basically. Oh, that one hurt a little bit. Oh, he went down? No, he didn't. It looked like it. He rocked back like he was going to. Ouch, ouch. Wow, okay. Fine. That's how it's gonna be. Jeez. I take a wound here. Apparently they've decided to focus fire me. So I'm going to try that again. But I'm going to move the archers before we get in this time. And I think that'll work out a lot better. Basically, like the... I don't know what to call it. Like the banner marker that you move around for placement was like getting stuck in the wall. And it wouldn't let me put it on that hill. So I figure rather than only fight with half of our army, we'll just kind of re-roll this. And I'll move them earlier this time so we won't run into that problem. Alright, one more time. Hopefully we can just knock it straight out this time. Alright, so in we go. I'm actually going to just keep the archers with us until we get over there. I think that'll work out better. Plus, they'll have a lot more cover as they run with all these shield guys in front of them, as opposed to moving later on their own. So I think that makes sense. We'll start breaking off in just a second here. I'm also going to keep my shield up. Damn. There's a lot of arrows. That guy just fell out of the tower. They're even using, like, archers as vanguard. Wow. Okay. Let's see. My archers want to set up there and spread out a bit. And I'm going to find myself some melee combat. Did I just cut through his shield in one swing? No, he still got it. Okay, he should be dead. He's like completely spiked by that thing. Like, jump through here. Come on. Yeah. Push, push, push. I got you. Good. I'll hack my way through these guys to free up some space. Oh, I killed the wrong guy. This guy's being a little bit too... I don't know what the word is. Moving around too much. Gotcha, okay. Get this pikeman out of the way. And then it's time to move in. You guys come in? Gonna join me? Oh, there's a lot of infantry over here, isn't there? I'm gonna help out on this side. This is gonna be more difficult, I think, than a bunch of infantry cutting down a bunch of archers. So I can thin the ranks over here a bit. I think that'll be for the best. Although these guys are not really gonna be a threat. The Pullman, however, could very much be a threat. Ouch. Okay, there we go. Got some backup. Oh, how did I miss that? Partly because I can't see the left side of my screen. Ouch. Oh, you blocked it? Wow, you got a pretty tough face there, pal. Gotcha, okay. And you're about to die. Okay. So, is that it? Okay, apparently they took care of business over there. Cool. So that actually went really, really smoothly. I don't think we really took any losses that time. 3 killed. Sellsword Man-at-Arms, couldn't care less. That's what they're there for, to soak up wounds and deaths. A pikeman, not a big deal. And what's the... Oh, a veteran Northern Pullman. Okay, yeah, not a big deal. So what, we lost like 10 from that entire siege? I could live with that. And let's see, I have room to recruit some of these people. I think I might, and just use them as, you know, garrison troops or something. So I'm going to take all the wildlings, because why not? I don't really want Lannister troops, although these guys are pretty good. I'm going to pass, though. And those guys are basically just civilians, so I'll leave that be. We want axemen, definitely axemen. Definitely Pullman. Have quite a few of these cell swords. I don't think I want any more hedge knights. They're pretty expensive. Yeah, 153 per week. Sheesh. How many pikes do I currently have? Not nearly enough, I would think. So, okay. A little over 30 right now. That's about where we want to be. I'm going to have to go get some more money. Getting pretty low. Alright, well, that's about all we can do. What do we got in the item pool? Nothing particularly valuable. I'm out of food, too. Damn. Okay. Let's go ahead and defer appointment, I guess. And what can we get from plundering? 76. You know what? Screw it. We'll plunder it. So we lose a little bit of honor there, but it does add some money. Unfortunately, it added it to the treasury, which doesn't do me any good. I don't know why it would do that. I'm the one who's here plundering it, not my treasury. So what we'll have to do is find a nearby village and try to buy food from them. Let's see what's going on at Branch Hall here. We'll have to run somebody off, potentially. Oh, we lost the Dread Fort to the Umbers. We'll have to go take that back. Alright, so here we are. It looks like it is Rickard Karstark and Norn Goodbrother. So, I'm not sure if we'll be able to catch them both. Wow, they're hitting us on every front right now. See, this is the problem, is that we only have like 2 actual lords in our faction, where we should have like 10 at least, because we've had I think 10 to 15 Northerners join us, but since they're not actually part of our faction, they're not going to defend our holdings, and so we're kind of at a pretty serious disadvantage here as far as like faction strength is concerned. I have to fight every battle on my own, essentially. And so it makes it really, really difficult. Let's go ahead and defeat this guy. I, of course, forgot to equip my lance again. I kind of like this spot right here. Let's go ahead and put the infantry out front a bit. Pikemen, you should be just beyond them. Archers, maybe up there? If they can sit up there, I might move the infantry back. Cavalry, go hang out on that hill over there. Excuse me. Okay, so the archers actually can't get all that far back there, so I'll just kind of put them up here. Right about there should be good. Where is the enemy? Ah, there they are. Let's see. Pikes, you're a bit too far forward, actually, so come back just a little bit. Probably there. That looks a little bit better to me. Don't have nearly enough archers on the battlefield, though. But let's see. If they're running at us with mostly infantry, I guess it's fine. Yeah, 'cause if they have a bunch of shields on the battlefield, the archers aren't going to count for much. Although they could break some of the shields before they get into melee combat, which is nice, but at this point, I mean, honestly, it doesn't really make a difference. Cavalry, start moving along the hillside there. Basically, I want them to hit the pikemen. The infantry are going to surround, and the cavalry are going to hit them in the back. So keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. They're throwing rocks. Oh, maybe axes. Okay, cavalry start coming around this way. Pikes charge, infantry charge, cavalry charge. And let's get in there. Ah, ran him over. Come on. I got somebody. This worked pretty well, though, I would say. Got them stuck between a rock and a hard place. They can't really escape. Put that retainer down. Don't let him kill anybody. Got it. Okay. Damn. Damn this short, stubby sword. That's another thing I need to do whenever we take a break, is craft my custom Valyrian steel sword. Because as it stands right now, this Valyrian steel sword is just way too short and not very effective. Okay, everybody follow me. I don't want you rushing out to your death. And let's see where the rest of the enemy is. Oh, this guy is totally lame. That sucks. I forgot to sub him out. I've got plenty of horses to swap him with. Okay, so just some real light infantry. Got it. We'll ride in circles around you. Let's retreat back this way. Archers, hang out right here. Everybody else, go ahead and charge. Infantry, get in there. Pikemen, get in there. Cavalry, not quite yet. You know what? Cavalry, go for it. They're about to run into each other. Okay, so everybody just get in there. Archers should be smart enough to hang toward the back. My own cavalry messed me up on that one. I can't even tell if I'm hitting anything anymore. Yeah, don't let him get away. Excuse me. Oh. How did I hit him and not kill him? He was already wounded. Nope, don't do it. Oh, you blocked me, you bastard. Okay. Just make sure nobody escapes. At this point, we're not taking any prisoners because the North is playing hardball. They're trying to hit me on every front at once. So we're going to cripple every army we come across and make them basically rebuild their forces every single time they decide to attack. there we go. That's another victory. Only 3 wounds. Not too bad. Not too bad. Enemy is wiped out to a man. I'll take him prisoner. Anything in the item pool we might want. That's some cool armor, actually. What's that look like? I mean, it's alright. I'll need to grab some more food, though. I haven't had a chance to hit in the actual towns yet. Just a couple of villages. So let's see. We've got more upgrades to be had. And I think what we're going to do is break off the episode in just a second. How many pikemen do I have? 32. Make that 35 and make the rest Pullman, I guess. I'm gonna run out of money again. Let's see. You guys are sellswords, and no, I'm not gonna bother with you. Alright, okay. I will level up Domeric Bolton because he's fairly new, and so his skills are not quite up to everybody else's. He's got Iron Flesh 6, so he's pretty tanky, actually. That's tough. I'm going to keep working on his strength, I guess. He only needs 2 more to get to strength 18, which will unlock the next tier. So let's throw a point there. And then I guess I will put his skill point into maybe shield. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It'll make that shield last him a lot longer. And we'll go like pull arms 120, whatever I can get it to, 123, I guess. And I'll level up the others later, I suppose. But for now, we're going to call it an episode. We've got one other siege to break, I believe. I think it was in Widow's Watch. Yeah, so we're going to have to ride on over there. And, of course, defeat whoever's trying to take that. And we'll have to retake the Dreadfort. I may do that off camera because you guys have seen that battle before. Whereas, obviously, like Bear Island and Winterfell are brand new battles. And I think we've had to take the Dreadfort twice now, so yeah, I don't think that's going to be all that interesting. But yeah, so we're almost there. 2 more sieges to go, and all of the quote-unquote North is ours, at least, you know, the parts held by the North. Again, we're going to break off Season 1 there. I'm going to fix this this playthrough by starting over and cheating back to where we are right now, or where we will be at the end of Season 1. And then we'll pick up from there, hopefully with a much more stable game, and be able to do a lot more things with it. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Had a great time playing some Clash of Kings with you, and I look forward to seeing you back here for the next episode.